Intuit encourages us to be active in what we're passionate about, to leave the world a better place than what we found it.
Ordinary employees like us could be so passionate about something and then really see an avenue to apply this passion to something important is, I believe, at the heart of being an Intuit employee.
I graduated from Marshall University and signed up to become a part of Team Intuit. When I got here, I was learning the DNA of the company and seeing how we do like customer-driven innovation and D4D.
We have methodologies that we believe in that are very important and useful. So customer-driven innovation, to understand why we want to behave in the way we do. We have Design for Delight, which really brings to how you go out there and innovate well.
I thought, oh my gosh, we need to share this back with folks in West Virginia who really need to bring change to their environment. I partnered up with Jeff and Melissa and the rest of the folks from our innovation capabilities team, and we put together this project, this program.
What do you do when you're faced with a challenge that just seems ridiculous? It's kind of a really nice tie-in here between something we can do for Marshall University and something we can do for those of us who want to take our unstructured time and just teach innovation to some students who could really do something fantastic with that.
It was just this nice intersection, though, between my passion and then what our capabilities are naturally as a company.
So we're all here as guides and coaches.
We put together this 2-day boot camp where we had folks from across the university where we taught them our innovation skills through D4D and CDI.
They 100% came with their learning hats on, open mind, ready to learn, ready to do. And then when we left, it was like they kicked it up another notch.
After that, they were working on 3 grand challenges facing West Virginia. So the first being the drug epidemic. The second was early childhood education. And then the third was bringing STEM education to the state.
And the students really not only latched onto these grand challenges, but they picked up and understood the innovation tools, and then they committed themselves. And what they had done over a period of 3 weeks or so was run more real experiments with customers to move their ideas forward.
And at the end of the month, we had the Innovating for Impact event.
Good evening, everyone.
I'd like to thank everybody for being here.
And so that's when all of the teams came together and presented their prototypes that they had come up with.
Where they're essentially pitching out to 3 famous coaches.
Please join me in welcoming Jennifer Garner and Chad Pennington.
All of the people start piling into the auditorium. You've got the news stations on this side. You've got your teams of students all lined up, and there's like this buzz of excitement, and it's like the magic happened.
That kind of surprised us. We expected an actual subject.
So each experiment we narrowed down.
If she could go back in time and change one thing.
So Jennifer and Chad and I are going to be heading backstage.
And they picked 3 winners, and they got to come out here to California. And then they had a full 2-day get to know Intuit.
We lined up some great access from co-founders Scott Cook and our CEO Brad Smith. We also lined up some tours that are kind of no-miss tours when you're out here, to visit Facebook, to visit Google, to go up to San Francisco.
And they headed back home to keep working on their projects, and they're going to be keeping us up to date on how things are going and how, their individual coaches can help them.
It doesn't matter where you are locationally, you can aim for the stars. Us bringing D4D to them really put that innovation capability in their hands, and kind of that light bulb went off. We can do magic here in West Virginia. We can make an impact here. We don't have to be in Silicon Valley.
And I realized that there's a lot of potential in the kids in West Virginia. There's a lot of brain power. The workshop kind of made me realize that there's a lot going on there.
And the more that I learn here, I can just take everything, especially from the experience that I'm getting here, and just throw it full force at West Virginia.
It makes me feel like I matter. It makes me feel like my input matters and our community matters. The opportunities this is presenting us with, we wouldn't have had elsewise.
Some of the teams were informing us that they've met with the governor of West Virginia and they have plans. The professors, since they joined along in the journey too, they're going back and they're teaching their students the D4D process and CDI as well.
And I feel more confident as a coach, and I feel more confident that, wow, Design for Delight and customer-driven innovation are useful everywhere, outside of a technology company. We had the freedom to take a germ of an idea, or take a vision, and then make some proposals and run with it.
And the fact that I got to use skills from what I do here at Intuit to to do something that would make such an amazing impact, I think is absolutely priceless.